What's going on? What's going on, guys? Man, I just decided to do a little impromptu live session. I wanted to jump on here and say what's up to everybody. And man, we're gonna look at some charts. It's gonna be a good time. Good time. Let me just get my chart set up over here. There we go. Hey, if you're ready to look at these charts, go ahead and drop a 1 in in the comments. Doing a little class tonight. I'm just getting my stuff set up on my phone so I can follow with these comments. Hey, what's good, Derek? Zane, what's good? We're gonna find out who the real TGP clan is tonight, because I didn't make no announcement. I didn't tell nobody I was getting on. Man, I just jumped on real quick and wanted to hop in here and let's do a little something on these charts. Hey, so man, look, we've been winning. Hey, look, we've been winning, bro. Look, let me show you something real quick. I'm gonna show you something real quick. I mean, this has been crazy. I'm about to show you right now. Look, I want to show you this right here. This is the trade setups, bro, that we've been sending out. Look at this. Win, 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 win. So far, we haven't lost in April yet. Let's go back. Oh, it's gonna make me re-sign in real quick. Hang on. Let's look at March. Look at this. Win. This one never activated. Win, win, win. Look at this. Straight wins. Bro, we have not lost a trade. Huge win. We have been slaying this. Look at this, guys. Win straight across the board. Straight across the board. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have not really lost any trades. Let's go back to February. Win. Look at this. Oh, we took a loss right there. We took a loss. Yep. Took a loss right there. Actually, look at that. We took a couple losses in a row, but then we ended up turning that one around into a huge win. I mean, bro, loss right there. February was a little bit crazy anyway. February was a crazy month, but I think we had a total of 5 losses in February, if I remember correct. 5 losses. Bro, come on, man. That's like crazy percentage, man. Crazy percentage. Who's winning like that? You know, who's winning like that? That's crazy. So, man, who wants to look at some charts? Man, I have been on some AJ lately, man. I've been trading AJ. Man, I used to trade AJ all the time, but man, lately I've been back on some AJ. Let's go take a look at that. I'm gonna show you this trade we did this morning for US session. Now here's a cool thing what we've been doing too. Like we're trading London, we're trading US. You're getting trade setups for London and you're getting trade setups for US. I mean, it's fire. It's fire. What do you say? He's doing a prop firm. Dope. Hey, if you're doing the right one, I mean, look, I had to change my opinion because, like, I'm not a big fan of FTMO. I don't really like FTMO. And when I saw them come out, I was not really like, I was not really on board with that. I made a whole video about it. You can see that. And, you know, I honestly, I just kind of changed my opinion on some of that after seeing these things evolve a little bit. So to be honest with you, like my old opinion was like that I was strictly against prop firms. Now my opinion has changed a little bit, and I've switched now, and I'm doing like I kind of like I like to push my my Forex funds. I have a few of my students that if they're going to do a prop firm, that's the one I suggest to them is to do MFF. So that's what I would suggest. He said, let me see, just need 1% to pass phase 2. That's what's up, man. Congrats, bro. You're on the way. I've been getting a lot of messages actually lately of people who are using my strategies and stuff, and they're passing these prop firms. So that's good. Hey, let's look at what I did this morning. Just this morning on the trade setups, I sent out trade setups for London, for AJ, and for GBP USD. And so I sent that out, and I mean I could show all of them, but I just really want to show, for now, I just want to show this one. I sent this out to the team this morning for US session, and I sent it out at like 6:45 I think it was AM, 7 o'clock maybe AM, and sent it out. It pulled right back to this golden zone. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. But it pulled right back to this golden zone. And so like when you look at this, it was really, this was an easy setup, because when you saw, you already knew, look, price drop like this. You saw this move right here, and it's coming back up. Now, look what happened here. Once you saw that last extension right there, it was pretty simple from there, because now all it was just a matter of finding that fib. We found that golden zone, and then we found the structure on the 15-minute, which I'll show you right now. So we marked up that golden zone right there, and then we drop down to the 15-minute, and we mark our two structure lines in here, right? So you see my structure right here, and then my wick right here. So I got that. So I've confirmed that top line, and then my bottom line right here. Boom. Look, you can just look left like that. Boom, right there. And so now you have a zone in the middle of your golden zone. So now you're not, like, it's one thing to see a golden zone and think, I just need to come and wait for price to reject a golden zone. And that's only 13 pips. So it's not that big. But if I can make it even smaller, that, 13 pips is kind of big if you're trying to find like an entry within that zone. 13 pips is a big range. So I wanted to narrow that down. So I got my zone right here. And now you're only looking at, look at this. I mean, you're only looking at a 7-pip range to find your entry with. So that's fire. So we have price come down and test it. Here's the retest right here. And let's look. I mean, it was just easy money right there. Price pushed down. There's the rejection right here. Pin bar. Boom. I wait for the 30-minute close, because what happens is if you hop in on a 15-minute pin bar, it pulls back, right? So here's a little secret for you. If you haven't seen me teach about this before, here's a little secret for you. if you see a pin bar, look at this. If you see a pin bar like that right there, nice rejection off a golden zone, you can literally just take this. Now, you don't need to do all this. I'm just showing you. Go from the bottom to the top. Go from the bottom to the top. And you already know right there on that 50 line, that's where the pullback is generally going to try to come to. So you see, look, boom, it pulls back right to that 50 line. It rejects and then pushes up beautifully. Now, what another way to do that, if you're not comfortable catching like the retest like that, if you're a breakout trader, just hop up to the 30-minute and wait for the pin bar to close. And then you see that close, here's your entry, boom. Now, me personally, I like to come down to the 15-minute and pull back because you can get a little bit of extra movement there. As soon as you see that, you know, pull away from that that 50, you can catch entry. And if you're entering a buy, I almost always enter a buy when the candlestick is bearish. Why? Because why would I want to buy when it's already price high? I want to buy when it's low, you know? I want to buy when it's low. So I like that 15-minute, that little retest strategy right there. So then from there, if you're a 30, I put the entry here because the 30-minute guys, I just wanted to leave it there. But truthfully, entry is really right here. But if you're a breakout for a 30-minute, then your entry is right there. So I'm just being conservative. But if you look at that, it's real easy. Once you pass here, that's take profit 1, and then you just let it run, you know? And so price just, boom, real nice, you know, real beautiful. And so that was pretty easy money right here. Real nice, real easy money, about 30 pips. And we did that this morning. So that was a nice trade setup this morning. If you're a TGP member and you're on here and you ate from this this morning, just go ahead and comment, let them know. We ate off of this real good. So now here's the next thing I want to talk about real quick is I want to give you guys a markup for tonight. I want to give YouTube a little markup. So I'm going to try to set you up a little bit tonight. I'm looking at AJ because I really like AJ. So I want to come up here to the 1 hour. Now we can get rid of this golden zone because that's already done. So we could come here. Let's just delete this stuff off the chart. I want to look at the whole big picture. So when you're doing your markups, guys, and I'm starting over like as though we haven't just looked at all of this. When you do your markups, you need to have valid information. You can't just throw something on the chart and call it valid. You got to have valid information on the charts. So what do I mean by that? I can't just go like this, right? Uptrend, you know, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. High. I can't do that. Higher, low, high, right? Because when I look out a little bit, I see that it's a much bigger move, you know? So yes, this is an uptrend, but truthfully, we have not broke this high yet. So we are at still a potential for down movement. Does that make sense? You still have a potential for down movement. Let me grab this annotation real quick. When we break that high, then we will see, you know, something where it can run a little bit. But until then, we still have a potential to turn down or go up either way, because we're at a critical level right in here. We're in that critical level. So we can't really determine which one is which. He said, my man got, nah, no Steelers, man. That's my trading get paid. Trading get paid. No Steelers here, bro. This is all JETS, Jets. Let me see if I got, I don't even got my hat here. I got this hat though. Got that trading get paid hat. So the thing is though, guys, is what we want to do is we want to find structure. We want to see what is price doing, right? So we see that right there. We see that we're at that area here in that critical level in this area here. And we see that we have a target of up here. Now, what we have to ask ourselves is, what is the overall sentiment of this market? Well, here's a couple of things. Number one, zoom out. You need more information. So what's the overall sentiment in this market? You would think by looking at this that it's down, that it's bearish, but the truth is that this was the reversal point. So right here we have low, high, higher low, and even though you could consider this, right? Let me get my annotation back. I don't know why it's acting dumb. So we have a low, we have a high, a higher low, and a higher high. That dictates a trend. However, we're bigger than that, so we can see low, high, higher low, and now we're waiting for higher high, right? Does that make sense to everybody? So what we want to see is, let me see here. I had to order the kids some food. So we have a low, high, higher low, and now we're waiting. And so here's the thing. Where are we at? Are we at a low or are we at a high, right? If you look at your previous high and your previous low, where are we? We're right in the middle. We're right in the middle. So that doesn't really tell us that we're, should be buying or selling. So the only thing we can really go off of is, what is the current strength giving us? What is the current movement in the market? All right, so let's do that. But before I do that, all right, real quick, shout outs. We have some people who are part of the channel club access. Right here on my channel, there's a little join. Man, it's only $2.99. You can join right here, and you can basically you get a whole emoji pack. You get some wallpapers for your phone, some private chats, and you get some shout outs on these lives and stuff like that. So it's not really like education, it's more just like YouTube status. But $2.99, you might as well go on and jump on that. But shout out real quick. TJ Austell is in here. What's good, my bro? What's good? He has been a club access member for, actually since like a while, since I first started doing that. I never even really promoted this, but anyway, shout out to you, TJ. Appreciate you, my bro. He said, dude, just getting in from work. I'm here though. Hey, he's here. He's here. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So quick shout out to you. And appreciate you. Everybody else, man, go hit that little join button. It's only $2.99. You might as well go on there and get that. I got some real nice custom emojis, some wallpapers for your phone, shout outs, little things like that. It's gonna be good. So let's get back to these charts real quick. I'll do some more shout outs in a minute. So now the next thing is this. We come here and we see that we have uptrend right here. We have some upward movement. And then we can come back here and we can come from the top to the bottom, right? We know that we can come from the top to the bottom. However, is that the right way to drop your fib? Anybody who's been watching my videos for a while, tell me, is that the right way to drop your fib? I just want somebody to comment in the comment section. Is that the right way to drop your fib? The answer is no. And this is how most people are teaching you how to drop your fib. This is the problem, guys. It's like so many people out here are not telling you all the secrets. And a lot of it's because they just don't know. They learned some basic stuff and they made a YouTube channel. But I'm trying to tell you, like, there's some tricks and some little simple things that will help you go even further. That is not how you drop your fib. Number one, when you drop your fib, this is two things. One is it's giving you your horizontal levels, your percentage levels. Two is this line right here, and that's giving you your timing. timing. Because let me teach you a quick lesson right here. When you want to master Forex, and I'm not talking about being a beginner and catching a few quick pips, all right? I'm talking about mastering it, all right? When you master Forex, you have to understand that it comes down to price and timing, price and timing, price and timing. When you can get the price and the time confluent and working with each other, you're going to find yourself with some great opportunities in the market. So when you drop your fib, don't only look at these horizontal levels, the 12, the 23, the 50, the 61, whatever. I want you to drop it like this. Take it from top to bottom. Take it from top to bottom, right? But I want you to drop it in such a way where that you can use that trend line. Just like you would a normal trend line. 1, 2, go on through. 1, 2, go on through. Now suddenly, wow. Now look what's going on in this chart. Now suddenly we're sitting right dead center of a golden zone, but we just had a trend line break. Now we're seeing something different. Now that makes sense. We're on the 1-hour chart. Now that makes sense what we were seeing earlier on the 30-minute and the 15-minute. You see what I'm saying? When we start to see that price and timing are coming together, what I'm saying is we already know that a golden zone is key. We already know that. That's easy. That's simple. That's beginner. But when we have a golden zone that's key and we don't know, is it going to come back and reject, or is it going to break through the golden zone and give me a full extension? Well, here's the thing. We have this trend line right here that just got broke. Now, does a trend line in and of itself being broke automatically mean that price is going to go up? Well, no, it doesn't. But it sure is a good indication for a nice entry. So if we just got a trend line break and now we can get a retest, well, my goodness, now we're talking about something beautiful. We're talking about a really nice move to go to the upside, right? And now you literally have the downside right here as your stop. You have a really nice entry. Take profit, take profit, take profit, right? You can just continue to rip that all the way through. And this is easy money. This is the 1-hour chart. So now what happens if I come down to like the 30-minute? Look at that. Look at how nice this is. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it real good. Bro, it pushed up, pulled back, stayed on top, and threw a pin bar right on top of the trend line. And then instantly, boom. If you're a scalper, this is a scalper's dream right here. If you're a scalper, this is a scalper's dream. It pushed past the trend line in the golden zone, broke into the golden zone, tested the bottom, and then pushed up past the trend line. Now, sorry. Once it did, it pulled back, but it did not pull back below the trend line. It stayed above the trend line and threw a pin bar. It threw a pin bar. And then instantly, look at that. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger even so you can see it. Watch, watch, watch. Go back to the beginning of what I was talking about in this class. Remember I talked about that 50 strategy? Right? Remember that? Let me do it like this so you can see it real nice. You see where that 50 line is at, right? Oh, knock my microphone over. You see that? So now you see that line. Look, pushes up, pulls back. We get a pin bar. It pulls back, rejects that 50 line, and takes off. Takes off. That right there is beautiful movement. That is beautiful movement. That is a scalper's dream right there. So now if the scalp is playing out, now we just got to wait for the day trade to play out. Right now it's 10:15 p.m. Eastern. By the time London hits, we probably are going to be retesting in this area. You know, it might push up a little bit more to test that high, See where that dotted line is? Might test that high and then come back down. I don't know. But when it does, we're going to be ready for it because I'm giving this to you live right here. You're watching it live. When it comes up, we're likely going to see a rejection here, and then we're going to take it to the upside during London. Now, does that mean it's guaranteed to go up? Nah. But what it means is that we have some semblance of what's happening in the market. And so we know that during Asia, this is probably going to end up trying to come pull back. London will open, and we'll get a push to the upside. If not, we're okay with that. Maybe this pushes up during Asia and gives us a rejection up top, and then we can take the pullback. Boom, there it is. That's your London move right there. Either way, we have no bias. We don't trade with bias. We're not trading with saying this is the way it has to be. We're saying, look, price is giving you like the levels and the timing. So if you can master recognition of the price and the time at the same time, you can see where those things come together. It changes the way you trade. You feel me? That's how you can master the Forex market. It's really all comes down to price and time. Price and time, right? So now let's come down. Let me get rid of annotation. TJ Austin with the barbecue chicken. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that beautiful structure, that pullback, boom, pushes. I mean, bro, this stuff is like, look at this. It's clockwork. It's clockwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you understand the way price moves and the timing of price, I mean, it changes everything, bro. It changes everything. All we were looking for was that candle. Then boom, pushes up, that candle. Then pushes up, boom, that candle. When it gets up to the top, we'll be looking for that candle. That's all we're really doing is we're looking for the order of operations, right? So you guys have heard me teach it before in class. I'm going to give it to YouTube right now if you haven't already had it. How many people, let me come off of the share real quick. How many people went to school and remember when they taught you, you know, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally? How many people remember when they taught you, you know, the mathematical order of operations? I'm going to give you a second because I know I'm talking and there's about a 10 or 15 second delay or something like that between me saying it and it getting to YouTube. But some of you will remember in school when they talked about the mathematical order of operations. What did that mean? It meant that you had to have a certain order that you did math in. And let me give you some game real quick, guys. Forex is just like that. What is advanced math? Let's think about this for a second. When you think of like algebra, for an example, right? When you think of like algebra, what is algebra? It's really just a bunch of basic stuff compiled on top of each other to make it shorter. I could tell you, you know, 2 plus 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 2, right? A 1,000 times. Or I could just say 2 times however many that is and get the answer. I could do it the long way or I could do it the short way. Well, then multiplication becomes 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. You know, I could do that. Or I could do like 4 to the x power, you know, and you can do that way. You can, when you start to get to where you're doing more and more advanced mathematics, really all it's doing is taking very basic things when there's a lot of them and compounding them in such a way where you can do a lot of information in a short equation. Well, that's really what Forex, advanced Forex is really all about. We start using fibs and fans, and we start using golden zones and trend lines and channels and all this kind of stuff that we're doing. All we're really saying is support and resistance, time. All we're really doing is saying very basic things, very simplistic things, price action principles. Even those who trade with indicators and trade with, you know, money flow index or RSI or MACD, stochastic, you know, those oscillators are really just giving you those basic principles over again. Indicators, moving average, what is it giving you? It's giving you the average price of the previous X amount of candles. A 50 moving average is the closing price and the current price of the average of the last 50 candles. All right. So what I'm saying is all of the more advanced things that we talk about are really just basic things compounded. So with that said, here's what I want to encourage you to do. Understand that there is an order that we have to do things in. If you were to have an equation in math, let's just say, let me come back to a screen share. I'm going to do a whiteboard. Let me do a whiteboard real quick. So if you were to do, you know, 4 times, oh, I'm sorry, let me do it this way. 4 plus 2 times 6 equals. Somebody tell me what has to go first. If I do that, right? So 4 plus 2 is 6 times 6 would be times 6 would be 36. But is that accurate? Is that right? 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Is that right? I'm gonna let you guys catch up on YouTube. That's wrong. Why? Because we did it out of order. We did it out of order. What has to happen? We have to do the multiplication first. 6 times 2, 2 times 6 is 12 plus 4 equals 16. Now, is that accurate? Yes, that is accurate. That is accurate. Why? Because we did it in the proper order. We did it in the proper order. Somebody's like, man, why am I back in math class? Why am I back in middle school, right? Or elementary? I don't remember. See, when we do it the right way, we understand that we can get it right. Now, here's the thing, guys. Forex is the same way. In math, it was please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. That is how we do math. That we have to do it that way, because if you do the subtraction before you do the multiplication, you're going to come up with the wrong answer. If you do the exponents before you do the parentheses, you're going to have the wrong answer. What has to happen? I have to do it in this order in order to come up with the right answer. If I'm going to have the right answer, I have to do it in that order. Okay? Well, when I'm trading in Forex, there's also an order of operations, and here's what it is. There it is. There's the Forex order of operations. If you will do this every time you trade, I promise you, 100%, I promise you, your trading is going to go to a new level. Your trading is going to go to a new level, no question about it. Okay? So, when we do the Forex order of operations, what is it? We have price action. What is price action? It is simply how the price is moving. How is price currently moving in the market? Are we up? Are we down? Are we overextended? Are we too low? Are we in an uptrend, a downtrend? Are we near, a high or a low? We're looking for price action. What is the action of price telling me? Okay. The next thing is we're looking for market structure. Okay. Market structure. Am I at a level of structure? Am I in a key area in the market, or am I somewhere in the middle? I don't want to be in the middle. I want to trade away from key levels. I don't want to trade into key levels. Okay. Next, we have chart patterns. We have chart patterns. Is there some pattern that is forming in the structure of what I'm looking at? If I look up to the higher time frame, if I'm currently looking at the 15, let's say, and I move up and look at the 1 hour, is there some kind of a chart pattern that's happening that is going to show me which direction to take price into? Number 4, we have candlestick patterns. This is where I'm going to find my entry. This is where I'm going to find my entry. Now, let me tell you this. 1 through 4 are together. 1 through 4 are together. Okay? These are for analysis. All right? 1 through 4 are for analysis. Five is divergence. Divergence. And number 6 is indicator, entry, or confirmation. These last 2 are not for analysis, but for confirmation. The first 4 are for analysis. The last 2 are for confirmation. The first thing I'm doing is looking at price action and seeing what price action is telling me. Once I determine what price action is telling me, I'm looking, is what price action telling me happening at a level of market structure where I can find some rejection or breakout continuation? Once I determine if I'm at a market structure level, I want to look up to the higher time frame and see, is there some pattern that I'm seeing, whether it be a harmonic pattern, whether it be an ABCD pattern, whether it be some kind of cyclical pattern, whether it be a chart pattern. I want to see what kind of a pattern is happening on the higher time frame that is going to confirm or help me push or possibly keep me out of a potential trade based on these 2. Okay? Once I see if there's a chart pattern or some type of a pattern to look at, now I'm looking for a candlestick pattern. Justin, here's your answer. Candlestick pattern. What do I mean by that? Once I see price action, market structure, chart pattern, whatever, now I'm looking for entry. I'm looking for an absolute entry, but I don't enter on just any type of candle. I'm not going to enter just on any kind of candle. I need to enter on an entry candle, pin bars, engulfings, close aboves, close belows, shooting stars, hammer candles. I need to find an entry candle in order for me to enter. I'm not going to enter on a candle that is not giving me an entry, because what I'm doing is I'm asking for drawdown. By not finding the proper candle to enter on, I'm asking for either drawdown or fake out. So now that I've got all four of these set up and I know that I have my analysis done, now I can go and I can look at these two things for confirmation. I go and I look, is the market divergent? Do I see divergence? And that doesn't have to be with an indicator. One of the simple ways to look for divergence is to use an RSI or a MACD or some type of an oscillator that will show you whether there's divergence in the market. But you can be fooled by using that as your method of divergence. Why is that an easy way to get fooled? Is because, number one, you have to have precise timing if you're going to use that for your divergence. What I like to do for divergence is I want to see multiple time frame analysis. So if I'm going to enter on the 15 and the 15 is bullish, I want to know, what is the 30 minute? Is the 30 minute also bullish? Is the 1 hour also bullish? Well, here's the thing. If I see a bullish 1 hour, a bullish 30 minute, and a bearish 15 minute, I'm probably looking for entry, because that means that the 15 is going to turn. The 15 is going to turn. And so that's what I'm looking for. I want to find where everything's showing me bullish, but the 15 just took a pullback. So now I'm catching that pullback and I'm riding the wave up. That's divergence. Okay. Lastly, I'm looking at indicators. I'm looking to see, and I'm personally not a big indicator guy. I just use a moving average pretty much, or an RSI, if I'm going to use any kind of confirmation for indicators. But there's nothing wrong with throwing an indicator on the chart. I know you guys hear me preach against indicators all the time. That's not because indicators are bad, or that you can't be successful with an indicator. It's not that. Indicators can be very helpful. What I'm saying is, I don't believe in making a strategy based off of indicators. When this crosses this and this dot flips and this, that's going to get you in trouble. But when I go and I look at price action, I look at market structure, I look at chart patterns, and I find an entry candle, I see that the 15-minute is divergent, so I'm ready to push. And now I see an indicator. Let me drop a moving average on the chart, and I see that the moving average just got crossed over. Oh, I'm happy. That's a confirmation. I'm not using that as my strategy. I'm using that to confirm what I've already seen everywhere else. So I'll let you take a screenshot of that if you want. Price action, market structure, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, divergence, and indicator entry or confirmation. Okay. Now, come back over here. Let's come back over here. And everybody's happy. All right. So let's look from earlier. Let's look from earlier. We knew we had a golden zone in here, right? We knew we had a golden zone. Watch, let me start from the beginning. I'm going to analyze this trade setup for you that we looked at earlier. I have upward movement. I'm in my first stage, price action. So I see upward movement. I see a push to the upside. And again, this is just, let's come back to here. This is where we were. So I'm looking for this, right? In fact, let me come back a little bit further. So I see my movement up. I'm happy. Everything's good. I see down movement, and then I start to see candles reject. Big, strong movement, and then price slows down. I'm over here, so I see this is a potential area of reversal. I grab my previous fib right here. I see that, and then I can drag it out right here. 1, 2, go on through. I got the break and it came to my golden zone. Okay. So now I'm a really happy camper. I got a rejection of a golden zone. And now price is sitting in between the 38 and the 50. So price action is done. I'm moving into the stage of market structure. So the second thing is market structure. I go ahead and I drop my golden zone on there. I go and I set my golden zone. Come in here, get rid of the fib so it's a clean chart. Make it a little bit bigger. Now, only thing I'm focused on is between here and here. I'm not looking at everything out here. I've narrowed price down to a small area now. Okay. So now what I really would like is for a good entry point. I would love for price to really confirm a rejection of this golden zone. That's what I'd like to see happen. So I got price action. I got market structure. I'm at a golden zone. I'm not sitting in the middle. I'm not sitting in a place where I don't want to be. I'm sitting at a golden zone ready to push away from a golden zone. That's where I want to be. So market structure, check. Or price action, check. Market structure, check. Next, I'm looking for chart patterns. Do I see anything in here that's a chart pattern? Well, not really a chart pattern per se, because if you look here, you can see it's pushing up. It kind of came down. You know, you could try to make this into a teacup, but, you know, to be honest with you, you're kind of pushing to try to make that into a teacup. The truth, truthfully, you're trying to use a lot of, long ago information in order to make that into a teacup. But whatever, I'll let you figure that out. Let's look up to a higher time frame. 4 hour. Now I'm looking, and now I start to see with this information in mind, now I can come back here and see, look at this. I can see, let me grab this. Where's my ABCD? Why did my ABCD go away? So check this out. I have A, B, C. A to B is generally the same as C to D. Okay? So if A to B was 100 pips. So now look at this. I can come up into this area, 100 pips. Look at that, 100 pips. And do I have structure in that area? Do I have structure in that area? Wow. Wow. So now look at that. A to B, B to C, C to D. A to B is usually the same as C to D. So now you have that. I have confirmation and I'm happy. I'm ready to start thinking of a buy at this point. Okay. So now price action, check. Market structure, check. Chart pattern, check. What's next? Candlestick. I need a candlestick pattern. I'm not going to enter just on any old crazy candle. I'm only going to enter if I see something good. I see volume. Oh, sorry. Oops, my bad. I'm on the wrong chart. I need to be back down to 15. That's my fault, guys. So now back on the 15. Okay. There we go. We're pushing back into it again. And look, boom. Now we're looking crispy. Now we're looking crispy. If you go on the 30-minute, you can see it there. You go on the 15-minute, you can see it there. We're looking good. We got us a nice pin bar. And what do? We wait for that little pullback, that 50% pullback. Let me show you that again real quick. I'll show you that again. Let you see it happen. Watch that. You want to get that 50% pullback. So now I have a candlestick. I have a pin bar, price action, market structure, chart pattern, candlestick pattern. Come up here. You see that 50 is right in there. You see that 50 is right up above that golden zone. I'm happy. So I'm looking for price to come back. As soon as it hits that golden zone, I'm buying. As soon as it comes back to that area here, I'm buying. Not selling, buying. Boom, buy. Right? There we go. Make it bigger. Now, you could look for confirmation. Right? Divergence. This is the 15-minute. Remember how I said the 15-minute was showing a push down? Look at that. 15-minute was yellow. Watch this. I'm gonna go back again. 15-minute is yellow. 30-minute is black. 1 hour is black. 4 hour is black. That's divergence. What is it telling me? 15-minute, I'm catching the pullback. Divergence, black, 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 yellow. I'm entering yellow. Okay, so there's divergence. Now, if you want to look at the RSI, you can look at the RSI too. You know, you can try to find divergence in that. I personally would rather just use what I'm just showing you on the different multiple time frame analysis, but you can use an RSI along with maybe a moving average. Let's come up here. Now we can look at some indicators. We got indicator and we have indicator and we have oscillator. So we have divergence and now we're looking for indicator confirmation. Well, look at this. You see this right here. You see that is pulling through. You look right here, you got the 200 down here. I mean, we're looking really solid. Looking really solid. You're pushing away. You're oversold almost down here. You're basically in the bottom half down here. Looking really good. Looking really good. So what do? We enter a buy. We drop our stop loss back behind here. You could come all the way to here. It's up to you how you set your stop. You come up here. You come to structure, right? All this kind of stuff is how you do it. And then you just let it run. There it is. There it is. You see what I'm saying? That is how you go through a trade setup. That's how you do it the right way. That's how you do it the right way, guys. Okay? So price action, market structure, chart pattern, candlestick pattern, divergence, indicator. Make sure you do it in that order. If that right there alone will save you so much heartache and headache, and it will make you so much more money. Okay. So what do you guys think? Any questions? Any questions? Yeah, Matt, of course. Matt Feeney, yeah, of course. When you see price move up, of course, always trail your stop, scale out of the position. You know, I didn't even have, I'm not like getting into that tonight, but I mean, obviously you want to scale out of the position, take half your trade, you know, out and just scale out until you get to a point where, you know, it's risk free. Move your stop in the profit and all that stuff. But yeah. Yeah. So guys, this is it, man. This is what you do. This is game right here. This is what you do. If you'll do this, I mean, you won't really have to struggle with your trading all the time. You won't have to struggle with your trading all the time. Like, you know, you'll be able to really settle in and just kill it right out, you know, just by doing the proper setups and not forcing what's not there. You don't have to force what's not there if you do things in the proper order. Why do people force trades? Is because they are doing them out of order. You're looking for an indicator strategy before you're looking at everything else. And you get so many fake outs that way, and you get so many false movement. It's like, come on, man, that's how you do it. Carlos, yeah, absolutely, bro. Price action, market structure, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, divergence, indicators. Yep. So, and guys, like this is light. This is light. This is kind of small. When you see the classes that I'm teaching in TGP and we're going into the depth of bank movement and money movement, and we're seeing like real market sentiment analysis and fundamental analysis in action, I mean, bro, it takes you to a whole nother level. Like you could just ask any of the Trading Get Paid members. When we start getting into that kind of stuff, I mean, you're on a different planet. That's why you saw in the beginning of this video, like our trade setups just are not losing. You know, like I think for the whole year so far, we've lost like 9 or 11 or, you know, something like that trade. I don't remember, but it's very small. Very small. I want to encourage you, man. Look, this ain't a sales pitch, but that kind of is. I mean, unashamed plug. You need to be a member of TGP. Go to tradinggetpaid.com, become a student, and this is like beginner stuff. This is like small. I will take you and make you into a beast. Straightforward, like no reserve. I will turn you into a beast. Okay? Just let me get you in my class and I will turn you into a beast. Trust me, I got you. I will help you to become a master trader. I'm not talking about somebody who just does a couple of little indicator strategies. I'm talking about making you into a master trader. You can't look, if somebody has not mastered fundamentals and sentiment analysis, they cannot be considered a master trader, period. They can be a master technical guy, but technical is only one part of it. If you can't understand and explain and get deep into the depths of money movement and how money works, you are not a master trader, period. You have to understand how banks move money. You have to understand money flow. You have to understand more than Forex. You have to understand business. You have to understand how money moves and how money works. You have to understand supply and demand more than just finding a wick at the bottom of a zone. You got to be able to understand what is supply and what is demand. You got to be able to go and understand when you see news events, what does that really mean? What is interest rates? What is inflation? What is, year over year announcements, and why are they different than month over month announcements? You got to be able to understand like the depths of those things. I'm teaching you all of that in Trading Get Paid. I'm teaching you all of that in TGP. Like you're going to learn, you're going to understand why and how the banks are moving money. It ain't just a couple of moving averages or a couple of little small things. I'm teaching you the depth of Forex trading and how the banks move money. So that's it. I wanted to give you guys a little something tonight. I was sitting here and I just say, you know what? I need to go talk to my YouTube fam, man. I need to go on YouTube and talk to the YouTube clan and see what's good. So I hope this brought you a lot of value, guys. Please like this video, share the video, comment below if you found value. All right. Subscribe to the channel. If you're catching this because it got recommended in YouTube, the reason it got recommended in YouTube is because somebody subscribed and they're liking and commenting the videos. That's why you're seeing it now. And if this brought you value, it's because somebody else subbed and got the video boosted. Well, pay it forward. Go ahead and subscribe. Excuse me. Go ahead and subscribe, like, and comment and all that so that somebody else can see the video. Pay it forward. Somebody got it into your recommended list. You get it into somebody else's recommended list. Let's help and empower people to take their finances into their own hands and be able to take these markets by storm. All right. We're winning big at TGP. Become a student. Go to tradinggetpaid.com. The link's in the description. All right. And remember, if you want some dope little emojis and you want some subscriber shout outs and things like that, go ahead and hit that little join button right here on the I see you, Matt. I'll answer that. Go ahead and hit that little join button. It's only $2.99. Emojis, wallpapers for your phone, private chats, I have a whole different community like post list for that group that doesn't go public. So that's only $2.99. Do that. And then also check this out. Download my free app. Go and download my app. If you're on Android or Apple, all you got to do is search TGP Forex or Trade and Get Paid. TGP Forex. And download my free app. There's a beginner course on there. There's a starter course on there. I'm making updates and showing stuff in there all the time. There's value, free value that you can get right there by downloading my free app. So go to Apple or Android and download my free app, Trade and Get Paid, or TGP Forex. All right. I hope you guys have a great night. Let's win. I'm gonna send some trade setups out tonight. So let's win again tonight. And let's eat. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.